If you win enough battles, you win the war. That's how it works. That's how discipline works. You have to treat it like the gym. You don't just go to the gym one time per day and build the dream physique that you want. It's all the little things you do during the day that add up to this cumulative goal of having the dream physique. It's the food you eat during the day, the exercise you do, whether you're sat down playing video games or you go on a walk outside and burn calories. It's the little decisions that build the physique. It's the small battles that win the war, and discipline is the exact same thing. In order to be disciplined, in order to be driven and motivated and have this momentum to do the work, when you say you're going to do it, you need to win the small battles of the day. You need to ensure you wake up when you say you will. You need to ensure you'll do the work when you say you will, because you're building discipline cumulatively. You're winning the battles to win the war. And I'm going to be giving you super actionable advice in this video to ensure that you get as many of these small little victories in discipline as possible, so when you actually sit down to do the hard task that you set yourself, you get it done with ease and zero friction. Hello, I'm Dylan, I'm 18 and I coach unproductive people to turn productive once and for all. I literally spent 5,000 hours or 210 days straight wasting all of my potential. I had aspirations for business, for doing well in school, for personal development goals that I wanted to complete, and I couldn't do it. Not because I didn't have the skill set, not because I didn't have the knowledge, not because I couldn't do what I wanted to do. It's simply because I didn't have the drive to do the work. I wasn't productive. Now I've turned my life around. I effortlessly and easily breeze through large amounts of my work, for my business, for my education, and for my personal development goals. And it's simply because I win these micro battles. I wake up when I say I'm going to wake up. I eat what I say I'm going to eat. I make my bed because I've said I'm going to do my bed. And I win the small battles of discipline that win me the war overall. So when I sit down and say to myself, I'm going to record 4 videos in a row and I'm going to edit all 4, then I do the tasks I say I'm going to do, because I've already made so many of these little disciplined decisions that cumulatively I've been productive during the day. Does that make sense? So how are we going to build this productivity? How are we going to win the small battles during the day? First is to change the way you think. So you might get lost on this point, but whether you're religious or you're unreligious or you're atheist or you're agnostic, this is the best mindset to have. You'll always have these times where you're about to go on your phone and your phone's dead. Or you're about to scroll on Instagram and the Instagram server's down. You're about to reply to a message when you're supposed to be working, but the signal isn't strong on your phone and it doesn't send. And you're typing, it doesn't send, typing, it doesn't send. It's annoying, you can't distract yourself. But take that as divine interaction, to take that as a divine interruption. And if you treat it as if God's come down and he's blocked you from doing this bad habit because he knows that you should be onto the task that you said you're going to do, treat it that way. If you could believe that you've just been interacted from the divine level to stop you from doing the bad habit that gets you back onto the work, then do it. Whether that be the universe, God, or a specific God from your religion, treat it that way, as divine interruption. And if Instagram's not loading, if your messages aren't sending, if the specific YouTube video you want to watch when you're supposed to be writing work for your business isn't loading, take that as a sign from God to delete the tab, stop doing what you're doing and get back to the work at hand, and do that with this step here. So of course, you need to have work to do. You need to know what you need to do. You need to ensure that you have the tasks ready for you to complete so you can ensure you do them productively. Because if you are getting distracted, but you don't know what you're distracted from, it's going to be trickier to do the work. So make sure you have a to-do list, and whether that's planned using my app that I've made specifically for people like you to set a routine, and if you give me 2 seconds of your time, I will pitch this perfectly towards you. People struggle to plan their days. I have physical planning products. The biggest issue they had is that they had to sit down and fill in the planner, plan their day. And there was friction behind it. So the way I've made this app is completely different to every single one on the market. Rather than having a to-do list that you change every single day, you have your ideal day. And this is your day where you're 100% productive. This is the unrealistic day in which if you complete it, you've been maximally productive, and you try and follow it to a T. So you have the same structure every single day. Maybe you set it at the start of the week, start of the month, even if you want to be that disciplined, and you know exactly what you need to do because it's the same every single day. It removes the friction from you planning it and keeps you productive because you know what you're doing. It's a win-win. Check it out at the top link in the description. It's only 10 pence per day. Check it out if you're interested. Let's get on to them. So of course you need to know what you're doing. Like I said, you need to know the tasks that you need to do, but you also need to make it easier to do them. Friction is the biggest enemy in productivity. If you set yourself a task of writing on your computer, but your computer's in a different room, and you have to get up and you have to get the computer and put it on your desk and open it and find the files, of course you're going to be less disciplined, less motivated, less driven to do the work, because there's 5 extra steps to get into the task. So whether the night before you have to do this piece of work, you know what you need to do the next day, you open your computer, find the document you need, open it, and then just close your computer. And then when you go to sleep and you wake up the next day and you're about to do the work, your computer's on your desk where you do the work with the documents open. So as soon as you open the laptop, you know what you need to do because it's generally right in front of you. And you've just saved yourself moments of decision fatigue, finding the file, moments where you're losing the drive and motivation that you have to do the work because it's harder to do. Remove friction, make sure you know what you actually need to do, and use divine interruption. Believe that God has just come down and removed the distraction from you. Take it as a sign from a divine being to get back onto the task you're doing, and you will be maximally productive with this trick. I hope this was helpful for you. If you want my personal help, one-to-one help, the top link in the description will take you to my productivity performance plan where I'm changing lives forever. You'll get the app for free like I spoke about earlier. You'll get a free award-winning physical planner. You'll get my one-to-one help daily with messages and calls. You'll get my exclusive productivity strategy that has generally been proven to help you turn productive. You'll get templates, trackers and tools. Everything you need, you'll get. Any problem you have, you'll get the solution to with my help in the top link in the description. If you're looking to invest in yourself, then click it. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much for watching.